Hi, I recently ran into a free plugin that's quite useful for a certain effect. You may not always need that effect, but when you need it, this one is super simple to use, sounds great and very effective. So let's have a look at the free Kilohearts tape stop plugin, and there's a bonus at the end. So let's go. Now you probably know the effect that I mean, right? The sound of a tape recorder winding down and coming to a full stop. Now it's definitely not an effect that you're going to use on every mix and that you need all the time, but sometimes it comes in handy on individual tracks or even on the full mix. And at such a time you probably don't want to go hunting for the plugin or even have to buy one or look up YouTube videos on how to simulate this effect with multiple other plugins. So I would say check it out now so that you have it available when you do need it, and after all it's free. And it may even provide you with some inspiration for a mix that you're working on now. So let's check out the website of Kilohearts. Now I have to admit I was not really aware of this brand of plugins until I scrolled down a bit and I saw the Face Plant plugin, which I've never really used myself, but I've definitely heard good things about it. Some other plugins on their main page are Convolver, which is a convolution effect apparently, Multipass, and over here you can see that there are the Kilohertz Essentials, which is a huge collection of free effects. You can also get there by going to the shop menu and then choose the free effects. And if we scroll down a bit, you can see that they offer, well, a pretty large collection of free effects. Some of the more basic ones may be in your DAW already, but I bet you some of them are not. And one of them is the free tape stop effect here. So this is the plugin. You have a play button that determines when the tape is running. You can set how long it takes to stop the tape and how long it takes to start the tape again. And you can set the speed curve of the tape motor starting, stopping. Let's have a look at it in Cubase. Now I'll set this up on a little pop mix that I'm still working on. This song, you may have heard it before on the channel.
I used to hide in the shadows, afraid to let my light shine. But now stepping into the spotlight, breaking free from my own mind.
And I'll just set it up on the mix bus, although in reality I would probably not set it up over here. But I'll show you later how I would actually set it up in practice. But just for demo purposes, let's put it on over here. Kilohearts tape stop. And there you go. By default the tape is running, so it has no effect. But when I push this button, the tape will stop. And if I push it again, the tape will start up again. Let's have a listen.
I used to hide in the shadows, afraid to let my light. Stepping into the spotlight, breaking free from my... I've been through the fire.
Now if you just want to simulate the stop effect and then later play your mix again, you can set the start time to 0. Maybe set the stop time a bit longer so that we can hear it. Then it sounds like this.
I used to hide in the shadows, light shine, but now stepping into the spotlight.
You can also set the curve how it stops. For example, if I drag this up, it will slow down very gradually and at the end very sudden. Let's have a listen to this.
I used to hide in the shadows.
The opposite would be like this.
I used to hide in the shadows.
So initially the tape slows down very quickly and then it takes a longer time to come to a full stop. If I set this even longer, it's even more noticeable.
I used to hide in the shadows.
Yeah, pretty long tape stop. Now you can do the same thing with the start time, of course. Let's set this a bit longer.
Afraid to let my light shine, but now stepping in.
Yeah, so super simple, right? But let's have a look at how I use it in practice on this mix, because I did not use it on the mix bus, but instead I've used it on the group channel, tape stop group channel over here. You can see that tape stops on there, and I basically only use it to slow down the tape in a certain time. When I start up again, the music immediately plays full force. And when you look at the mixer, you can see that basically all the group channels which would normally go to stereo out, for example vocals here, they're going to the tape stop channel. All my keys, normal synths going to tape stop, lead synths going to tape stop, and basically everything is going to the tape stop group channel, except for a certain voice channel, lead voice direct over here. So there's a little part of the vocal here which I want to still be playing, even though the tape has stopped all the rest of the music. So let's have a quick listen to what that sounds like.
I'm unstoppable, I'm a force that can't be counted. I'll rise above the noise, I won't let anything hold me back. I'm gonna seize the moment, gonna live like there's no tomorrow. I'm unstoppable, I'm unstoppable.
Yeah, so around here I have automation on the tape stop plugin, where it basically stops the tape for a bit during that break, and then everything starts up again for the second verse. Let's have another quick listen.
Live like there's no tomorrow. I'm unstoppable, I'm unstoppable.
Yeah, so I think it's a very fitting effect for this part of the song, and it works great. Now, before I go to the bonus part, which I kind of promised you in the intro, if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up for the YouTube algorithm so that it gets shown to more people. Subscribe to the channel and ring the little bell icon if you want to get notified when I publish another video. If you really like the videos on this channel, you can also consider using the super thanks button below the video, which is kind of a virtual tip jar. Or if you intend to buy anything at one of these stores, if you click one of the affiliate links in the description first, I'll get a small commission on whatever you buy in those stores without any additional cost to you, which is highly appreciated. But let's get on to the bonus in this kind of short video. Because there are actually two more very useful plugins from the Kilohearts collection that I want to show you quickly. And one of them is the HAAS effect plugin, which you can see I'm using over here. And I just turned it on during the chorus, because what the HAAS effect does, if you hover over it, it will tell you in the description below there. The HAAS effect will widen the stereo of the audio by delaying the left or the right channel slightly. So it's again a very simple plugin. You can choose one of the stereo channels to delay, either left or right. By default it's the right channel. And you can choose the delay that it introduces on the right channel in this case. And it basically has the effect that it kind of exaggerates, widens the stereo image at the moment. Now, effects like this could of course cause problems with mono compatibility. So you have to keep your eye on the correlation meter a bit, that it doesn't add any strange effects in case your audio gets some to mono again. But let's have a quick listen, because I'm doing this on the synth layer at the moment that the chorus starts. So let's first solo the synth layer here. And let's have a listen to how it sounds in the mix.
But every circus made me stronger. It told me find my own way. I'm unstoppable. I'm a force that can't be counted.
Yeah, so I hope you can hear that on YouTube, but it immediately makes the chorus sound a lot wider than the verse before that. Now there's another great plugin in their free collection, which is the Trance Gate. Let's have a look. Because on this track I have a pad sound for this song. Now you can hear there's a little movement in there already, because the group that this is going to is sidechained to the kick. But if we want to have even more movement, we can add the Trance Gate plugin. And that basically allows you to define a number of steps in which it cuts the audio or lets it pass through in a certain rhythm. And there's a couple of presets that they provide over here. Let's have a listen. And you can of course edit this pattern as much as you want. You can set the amount of steps in the pattern. You can set the attack, decay, sustain and release of the steps. So for example, if you want the steps to be more sudden, you can decrease the attack. Determine the length of one step in your sequence. Add some swing or mix in the original so that the audio is never fully cutting out. So also really a very great and useful plugin to add some more motion to some of your tracks. So maybe you have some experiences with these free Kilohearts plugins already. Let us know in the comments. Maybe there are some other ones which you find really useful. Or I'm also very interested in how you would otherwise simulate such an effect like this tape stop plugin that I started the video with. Because I cannot imagine that it can be any more easy or simple, but who knows. Now, if you're really into free plugins, I have a series on free plugins called Plugins You Can't Afford to Miss. And that series contains videos on free plugins that I'm constantly using and have found very useful. So check it out, enjoy, and see you soon.